Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video, the setting is a little different. I am not outside or under my terrace. I am actually inside one of my bathrooms, and the reason I am in here is because this is where my Miltoniopsis live. So today's video is going to be all about the care that I give my Miltoniopsis, what I do to make them rebloom, how I water them, where I keep them, what kind of media I use, and that is what this video is all about. I'm just realized that Miss Orchid Girl just posted a video on the Miltoniopsis orchid care in warm climates, and that was yesterday. I did have this video planned once my Miltoniopsis bloom for me. So I hope it's not an overkill. I really enjoyed Danny's video, but this is my video, and I am going to speak all about how to grow Miltoniopsis in hot tropical climates like mine. I did get these Miltoniopsis a year ago. I got them with Carmela Orchids. I got them in one of my boxes over the summer, and they were in bloom. And like you see, now they're in bloom again. Here in front of me, I have 3 Miltoniopsis. I have one that's almost in full bloom, and I have 2 that are in spike. One of them has buds, and the other one is with spike. Just struggling a little bit, but we'll see what happens. All right, so let's get started in this video. So if you are living in a tropical climate, somewhere that is hot, and you just love these orchids like I do, they are so beautiful, they're so fragrant, but they are also very delicate to the heat. Don't be scared. I mean, I come across many people and many comments where you live somewhere tropical and you are afraid to add any of these Miltoniopsis to your collection. So this video, I hope, will help you. I do live in a tropical climate, and I am able to have these rebloom. So this is where I keep it. I do suggest that if you want to add these gorgeous orchids to your collection, you keep them indoors. I happen to keep them inside one of my bathrooms facing north. I do keep them in a north-facing window. On the other side of my window are where my vandas are. So they thrive and they do very well. This is a north-facing window. Now the glass is frosted, so these orchids are not getting the full sun. Aside from being north-facing, they're also getting some filtered light. I did keep these in an east-facing window at the beginning, and I found that that window was way too hot for them. And these orchids do need light, but they don't need that direct sunlight that like my other orchids do. So in my north-facing window, they do very well, and they are happy. All right, so that's where I keep them, and I suggest that you keep them somewhere similar, whether it be a bathroom or a room where you have a window and you can give it some filtered light. Now, also very important for these orchids is the temperature. Here I will show you my thermostat. So temperatures in this bathroom will range between 68 degrees and 81 degrees. Of course, as the day goes on, it does get hotter in here. And the humidity levels are between 43% and 70%. Today, it is about 67% humidity. This is actually great conditions for the Miltoniopsis to grow in. Now, excuse the puddle. I just finished watering them. And that's the next thing I want to talk to you guys about. Now, I do like to keep my Miltoniopsis moist at all times. I water them every other day. Not a full water, but I just kind of pour, just a little bit of water to keep the media wet. Now, let me show you her tag I never did. This is a Miltoniopsis Renee Komoda. And I do like to keep my Miltoniopsis in some sphagnum moss and inside of these clear containers. Now this container has some draining holes that I opened up, and it also has the draining holes in the bottom. This is actually, there you see them. So this way it just keeps the airflow, and the Miltoniopsis are not so tight in there and kind of suffocating. So I do like to keep my Miltoniopsis in sphagnum moss. It's what I usually keep most of my orchids in, and they love it. Now the date back here is the last time that I repotted her. So I got her either, I think it was July, and by October I had already repotted. Miltoniopsis like to be in just fresh media. So chances are after all of these blooms, they fall and I restart, the fertilizing process, I will repot. All right, so fertilizing. I do fertilize these orchids once a week. Now, I do not fertilize when the flowers are out, when they're in bloom. I don't like doing that. I never have. Once I'd have no flowers or no buds, I do fertilize every single week with a complete fertilizer. I like using 20-20-20, and I like to keep it on a lighter feed. They really don't like too much salt buildup, and I don't like to over fertilize these orchids. I've heard that they are light feeders, so just a half a teaspoon per gallon of the 20-20-20, and I do use this seaweed kelp every other week and a bloom booster every third feeding. So that is how I keep, my fertilizing routine. So I wanted to show you this one right here. So I do have many of flowers coming, beautiful buds on this beautiful Miltoniopsis. This is actually a red one. I can't wait to see her bloom. But you see what's going on with this spike. This spike is a little bit kind of swiveled up, or kind of making that turn. When that happens, do not try to help it out or pull it out, because that will damage the flower spike. So like I said, sphagnum moss, you will develop a little bit of algae. This is why I will repot soon, but the pseudobulbs look great. They look plump. Take a look at that. I mean, just nice and healthy. And the leaves are not, they don't get that accordion look that they get when they're dehydrated. So I'm very happy about that. I've been able to keep them a year healthy. You see what happens when they get a little bit dehydrated. Not sure what happened to this leaf, but they do go through their stress levels, and you will get that accordion-like leaves there. But all in all, they do look good. Now this orchid here, this Miltoniopsis, I'm not sure what's going on. Her spikes, she has two of them, are stuck, and I do not dare to pull them because I don't want to break them. But this is one that I'm going to see what happens to her, and I will follow up. You see that other spike in there? So not sure if this is something normal for this to happen with spikes, where they get trapped in the leaves. But, we'll see. I haven't seen any videos that really talks about that happening to Miltoniopsis. So you guys, what else can I tell you that will benefit you? Keep them in sphagnum moss. Keep them indoors. Keep them in a window that's not too hot. Water them frequently. Water them every other day, depending on how hot it gets in there. Keep them in a clear container so you can just look at their roots and make sure everything is good, and fertilize them every week when not in flower. That is my suggestion to you. I've had luck with them. Not sure what's going to happen in the future, but as for now, they're blooming. They are beautiful. I mean, look at the size of these flowers. They're just amazing. They're fragrant. And, you guys, like I said, don't be scared. If this is something that you want to have and you want to add to your collection, and you live somewhere hot like me, just put them indoors and, just, I don't know, you can do what you want, but you know what worked for me. And I really hope that this video was helpful. I do not make many tutorial videos because I am still a beginner, and I am a collector. I am not an expert. So for any of you experts out there, thank you for all of your recommendations. I do watch Miss Orchid Girl very frequently, and I do get many tips from her. But like always, you have to kind of accommodate whatever you listen to or whatever you read to your growing needs. So with all that said, anybody that has a question, leave them down below. Leave me any comments. I will answer everything. And I hope you guys, are able to grow Miltoniopsis in your hot climates like I was able to. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Until Mother's Day comes around, I will wish you a happy Mother's Day. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.